My question is to the Minister for Children and asks, is she reconsidering the Oranga Tamariki responding to Serious Youth Offending Amendment Bill in light of the final evaluation report on the military-style academy pilot, and if not, why not?
The Honourable Karen Chhour.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. In answer to the first part of the question, no. And in answer to the second part of the question, because the recent independent evaluation report on the military-style academy pilot showed that 2/3 of the participants reduced the frequency or seriousness of their offending in the 6 months after the residential phase of the pilot. And comparing the 6 months before the residential phase to the 6 months after, the pilot participants reduced their violent offending by 67% and had longer periods of non-offending compared to a matched cohort. I want to acknowledge these young people who have taken this opportunity to make better choices. The military-style academy pilot had a real focus on their transition back into the community, and we've seen some good results.
Supplementary. Does she agree with the final evaluation report, which highlights that therapeutic interventions worked the best? And if so, will she accept that the military element of the pilot was not even needed?
Mr Speaker, what I would say is that there is an approach to this that comes from multiple angles. The military part of the program had a focus on health and physical activities, including drills, which young people responded to well, and actually asked for more of those physical activities. The independent evaluation itself noted that the young people, quote, express pride and self-respect in cleanliness, tidiness, uniforms and well-ordered living spaces. And the MSA stakeholders told the evaluation that the structure and routine was a good fit for the rangatahi because it was absent from the lives they were living in the community when they offended.
Why does the evaluation compare the boot camps with youth justice residences when youth justice residences are underfunded and in some cases unsafe, instead of comparing it with community-based, evidence-based initiatives which have proven to be more effective in reducing reoffending than the military approaches?
Mr Speaker, I would just like to say this government is not running boot camps. We've piloted a military-style academy program that had a focus on therapeutic support, mental health and wellbeing, education, whānau contact, and a real focus on transition back into the community. Mr Speaker, there are prevention programs such as Fast Track that have a good rate of reduction in offending, but there's still members of young people that will reoffend. We can't just stick them in a too hard basket and allow them on the pathway to corrections. We must intervene and we must do something about this.
Does she accept Mana Mokopuna, the Independent Children's Monitor's findings in their monitoring report of Korowai Manaki, a youth justice facility, that, quote, funding restrictions and reprioritisations have impacted on the availability and quality of programming, access to resources and specialist supports for mokopuna to rehabilitate and have their needs met, unquote? And will youth justice residences continue to be starved of resources so that she can focus on her own political experiment of boot camps?
Mr Speaker, what I would agree to is that what this government inherited with the youth justice residences was absolutely disappointing. They had been ignored for far too long. These young people were stuck in a basket, a too hard basket, and ignored and allowed to go onto the pathway to corrections with no intervention. We have put a lot of resources and support into youth justice residences, which means that these young people have a better hope now than they did in the past.
What will she say in the decades to come when this National Apology anniversary arrives and she has to explain to future generations why she chose to continue with military-style academies and the serious young offender label despite warnings from everybody, the Children's Commissioner, the Youth Court, the youth workers, social workers, forensic psychiatrists, rangatahi, and of course survivors themselves?
Well, that question alone just proves that that member didn't read the whole evaluation because there were many members of those cohorts that she just spoke to that said that this program was good for these young people and did give them hope for the future. I'm proud that we've given these young people a better chance in life and an opportunity to turn their lives around. And that's what I will say in 20 years' time. At least I gave a damn and tried to make a difference in their lives.